Our nation's waterways are essential marine highways. Seaports keep us safe, create American jobs, and keep the supply chain running smoothly. If not for seaports, many Americans would not have access to life-saving medications, gasoline for their cars, food items, clothing, the latest electronics, or many of the other comforts they enjoy on a daily basis.
The maritime industry is considered multimodal, and multimodal means multiple modes of transportation. We are the logistic hubs that bring all modes of transportation together. That's ship, vessel, barges, pipeline, rail, truck. All these come together at ports to get your products to their destination. You don't really realize how important the ports are to your daily lives because it's more of an indirect effect. Maintenance of our waterways and our channels are just as important, if not more important, than maintenance of our roadways. You just don't feel it quite so directly, but it's very important.
Texas ports move 25% of the nation's waterborne tonnage, and that's a variety of different things. Every port handles something different. When you hear 25% of goods, you kind of think of consumer goods, and that's mostly container ports where you have clothing coming in and you have food and different things like that.
At the Port of Beaumont, we primarily handle break bulk and bulk cargoes. Aggregate is one of the bulk commodities most commonly handled at the port, and it is used in a lot of road work. So if ports were no longer able to import aggregate, our ability to construct, maintain, and upgrade roads would be very limited.
If you stopped having those raw products come in, there would be an impact on not only the way we travel, but our ability to travel. Ports are literally keeping our nation moving.
There's a workforce gap because there's an awareness issue. When we talk about ports, it's typically to someone who already understands the maritime industry. It's not a subject that the general public is comfortable talking about. So as an industry, raising awareness is always a top priority.
Accessible from the Gulf of Mexico and Intracoastal Waterway, the Port of Beaumont is committed to propelling growth in Southeast Texas, the nation, and the world. This is the largest strategic military outload port in the United States, a key transportation hub and major economic driver in the state of Texas, creating more than 66,000 direct, indirect, induced, and related jobs, and over $24 billion in economic activity annually.
The mission of the Port of Beaumont, like most other public ports, is to create a positive economic impact in our communities and further in our states and to the nation. We work to create jobs and enhance the economic quality of life in our areas. We are a very large petrochemical port. But we also handle break bulk, dry bulk, and liquid bulks like liquid crude and other commodities.
The Port of Beaumont is the 5th largest port in the nation in terms of tonnage and the #1 strategic military outload port. We support about 66,000 jobs, our channel does. One of our greatest assets is our proximity. We are located right along I-10 on a deep water channel, and we are served by 3 Class 1 railroads. We also have access to a great pipeline network, and we are about 40 miles from the Gulf of Mexico. So our proximity is really something that works in our favor when it comes to competitiveness and being attractive to people who are interested in investing in our area, in our port.
There's always a need for eager and enthusiastic candidates to join the maritime industry and be a part of making new and innovative ways to keep America moving. These opportunities can provide those interested with an exciting, secure job and the ability to earn a good income. As one moves forward, they're acquiring knowledge and skills along the way, resulting in successful and fruitful long-term careers.
All forms of jobs are needed at the Port of Beaumont. I started at the Port of Beaumont over 40 years ago as a security guard on the night shift to work my way through college. I ended up staying and thankfully they kept me around in various administrative and finance capacities, and 20 years ago I was appointed port director of the Port of Beaumont, and it just goes to show that there are a lot of opportunities at ports.
When I left Houston, I didn't have a clue this is where I was gonna land at. Coming to Beaumont and needing work, I ended up finding a temp agency that sent me here. And I started out here as a temporary employee. And so to get hired on to move up in salary and pay and position-wise, I worked a lot harder to get to where I'm at now. And it was demanded, but I made it. My life is a whole lot better. I'm more comfortable, stable in life as far as financial, things I didn't think I would be able to achieve. But by being, promoted in the port in different things, now I'm at a better range in life, to where you could just, live life a little better.
Here at the Port of Beaumont, we're excited about growth, the port industry as a whole. People now I think are becoming more aware of the importance that ports play in their daily lives. At the Port of Beaumont, we're constructing 3 new berths this year. We have a capital expansion program of over $200 million. We're also working on various public-private partnerships that equate to about $500 million of additional capital expansion. Support your public ports, because ports are vital to our everyday quality of life. And if you make yourself aware and really look into what ports do for our national economy and for your local community, you'll be happy to support your public port, and we appreciate that very much.
Our seaports are vital American engines, delivering high-quality products to consumers worldwide and creating rewarding jobs. Learn more today about the Port of Beaumont, supporting economic development in Southeast Texas. For more information, visit portofbeaumont.com.